I'm Chris. Thank you for watching Cointable. We're gonna open a package of coins that we got from a very, very dear friend of mine. His name is Mike. Thanks, Mike. At the end of this video, we're actually gonna send Mike a little bit of a surprise, kind of like a thank you. Mike was out and about at a coin shop one day and he thought of me. Thanks, Mike. Let's get started. We've got some brown box Ike dollars and proof sets. I'm gonna set the Ike dollars aside so that we can just focus on the proof sets. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna start with the 1961 proof set. It looks to be sealed. It looks to be a genuine sealed set, not like a resealed set. So that's awesome. Love those. I don't have any scissors on me, so we'll use my razor blade and I'll try not to cut this table up at all. For anyone who hasn't heard me talk about this, there's been a lot of discussions about sealed proof sets, whether or not they're originally sealed or if they've been resealed. Here are a couple of things you can look for. It's not a guarantee, but it's just a couple of things you can look for to kind of get an idea as to whether or not it's genuinely original or if it's been resealed, tampered with, stuff like that. So the first thing, you guys, is most of these proof envelopes, they have those marks on the outer package, okay? When you open it, those marks, they need to match. The next thing that I look at or look for are, when you open up the coins, you can actually see the indentation here on the cardboard. And what a lot of guys will do if they reseal them is they'll take them out, look at them, whatever, and they're just not very mindful when they reseal them. And so it's easy for these sets to, you know, let's say they've been stored in there like this the entire time, and somebody pulls it out, looks at it, whatever, and they put it back in there like this. So there's gonna be, essentially, you can look at the insides of these envelopes here and make sure that everything lines up. So again, it's not a guarantee, but it's just a really solid way to establish whether or not what you're looking at truly is original or if it's resealed. And this, to me, looks like an original, unopened, completely sealed proof set. All right, guys, the first thing I notice here is just the cleanliness of the coins. They're clean coins. They don't have any spots, or they don't have any dark spots or milk spots, maybe a very minor spot right there, but that looks to me like one of the ones that can be conserved. And so I have no concerns at all with that. I want to be efficient with your guys' time, so I'm not going to look at them here. But in 1961, the things you're going to want to look for on proof sets, the biggest thing, the number one thing, the double-dyed reverse. The 1961 half-dollar double-dyed reverse is the king of all double dyes. I have never found one in the wild. Comment down below if you have. This is not a double-dyed reverse, which is expected. The thing that I love the most about the 1961 double-dyed reverse is that it is naked eye visible. Here we have the first 1962 proof set. And same thing, very clean coins, first thing I notice. That half-dollar to me looks like it's got some fairly decent contrast, so that's good. You know how we are at Cointable, we love the frosty contrast. Same thing here, just super clean sets. Thanks again, Mike. Awesome, just really beautiful, clean sets. I don't think that that's gonna be frosty enough for cameo, but it has a little bit of contrast, which is always a bonus. Same deal, just really, really clean on the silver here. Beautiful. Got a big milk spot here. That's super common on these, you guys. And when I say these, I mean essentially 1950 to 1964 proofs, silver proofs. to be a very clean one. See, now that's a big old white spot, and I can promise you guys with everything holy, that is not coming off. Well, I mean, I guess you could get it off, but if you did, you would have what's ended up problem coin, mishandled. That's probably what they would call it. Because you would need Brillo, I think, or Brasso. All right, moving on. It's interesting that on these half dollars, the ones that they all look great on the obverse, but then the reverse has a spot. That's fascinating to me. Oh, here we go. Fingers crossed, guys. I'm about to flip this set over. Fingers crossed the reverse, A, is just as frosty as the obverse, and B, that it doesn't have a spot. Okay, I'll take it. It's right down the middle. It doesn't have the frost, but it also doesn't have any spots. So that's awesome. That's gonna be a star coin. I'm willing to bet money that that'll be a star coin with NGC when graded. Same thing here. Half dollar might be on the edge of cameo. Let's check the back. Or the reverse. A little bit of contrast, probably not enough for cameo, but very clean, so that's good. Perfect. Really nice, clean sets. All right, guys, let's open up the 1963s. See how they're looking. First one is looking good. No spots, just super, super clean coins. Same deal there. Ooh, I like the looks of that. That looks like it's got some super good contrast there. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely cameo or deep cameo on that 1963 cent, proof cent. Which, you know, it's awesome and everything. It's probably not worth much, but I just love the cameos and the deep cameos. Just another super all-around clean set. All right, guys, we're moving on. We got 4 more 1964s. You guys know what we're looking for here, the 1964 accented hair Kennedy. For anyone who hasn't heard my origin story, where I talk about it in depth, I actually bankrolled this whole operation with a batch of accented hair Kennedys. Back when I was getting started in this whole situation, back when I was wanting to be a coin dealer instead of an actual coin dealer, I started looking for accented hair Kennedys, and you can actually find them in proof sets and just pay the regular 1964 proof set price. And so I was out there finding them left and right, and I sent a bulk batch to NGC, so I think it was like 120 something or 140 something accented hair proof Kennedys, and I sold them to one of the big market makers. So that was the first batch I ever sent off to the graders and the first decent sized deal that I ever did too. So here we go, fingers crossed, but if it's not, still okay. All right, it looks just to be like a normal 1964 Kennedy. The quarter is definitely cameo, possibly deep cam. You know, I even think that there's a slight possibility that the half dollar in there is cameo. Ooh, got excited for 1 second. I thought it was an accented hair, but it's not. It does look to be like a double-dyed obverse though. I've got to take a closer look at that with my loupe. And I am talking about the Kennedy. Okay, here we have the 1964 proof set number 3. Can you guys tell that I still dork out on this stuff? It's wild. I don't know why, but there's just a handful, just a certain things that get me geeking a little bit. And the 1964 Kennedy's one of them. I just love the hunt. For me, it's all about the hunt. I love finding accented hair Kennedy proofs in the wild, so to speak. This looks to me like another double-dyed obverse on the 1964 proof Kennedy, but it is not an accented hair. All right, guys, those are the proof sets. What I know about Mike is that he loves silver, particularly like funky silver eagles. So here's a silver eagle that had just been sitting out. It's just got a funky toning pattern to it. I guess you would say it went too far, but the backside has some really pretty color on it. We're gonna package this up and send this to Mike just as a way of saying thank you. Mike's the whole reason I got that deal. Send him some silver. If you like this type of content, please comment down below, share it, turn on post notifications, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe if you're into coins and such. Thanks again. We'll see you guys next time.